remind me to record. Yeah. About the photos, yeah, you please put a neat photo of yours so that I can identify who is the student talking. Our memory is not that good that we will remember by your name, your faces, and all. So having a good profile photo actually helps. Okay. So anyway, let's proceed. Where did that go? Okay. So this equation that we have here, that's called as the Kurzbach criteria. Actually, this is for 2D. Fine. So we even have one Kurzbach criteria for 3 dimensions. Fine. So if you go for 3 dimensions, the equation becomes like this. So 6 times L minus 1 minus 5 times J1 minus 4 times J2 minus 3 times J3 minus 2 times J4 minus J5. Can anyone predict and tell me what this means? Why are we taking 6 instead of 3? First question. As I told, this is for 3D. This is for 3D. Okay. So in 3D, instead of taking 2, why are we taking 6? That is the first question. Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me?
There are 6 degrees of freedom.
There are total 6 degrees of freedom. Very good. Fine. So that is the primary reason why we are taking 6 in place of in place of the 3. Fine. In 2 dimensions, there are 3 degrees of freedom overall. In 3 dimensions, however, there are 6 degrees of freedom. And when we are talking about joints, here in 2 dimensions, there is only a binary joint. This is a binary joint. And binary means after making the joint, only 1 degree of freedom is left. Whereas this one is half joint. This one is a half joint. Now with half joint, I had told you the difference is even after making this joint, 2 degrees of freedom are left. 2 degrees of freedom are left after making the joint. Whereas in binary, only 1 degree of freedom is left after making the joint. Fine. So that is the primary difference between the binary and half a joint. Now when we come here, when we come here, what's happening? J1 means only 1 degree of freedom left. After making this type of joint, only 1 degree of freedom will be left. Whereas J2 is a joint after making which 2 degree of freedom are left. Okay, 2 degree of freedom are left. So how many are constrained? Here 5 are constrained, 1 is left. Here 4 are constrained, 2 is left. And here 3 will be constrained and 3 will be left. Getting it? Here, here 2 will be constrained and how many will be left? 4 will be left. Okay. And here, how many will be constrained? How many are constrained in J5?
0.
Only
1.
one. One is
1.
constrained. If it is zero, then zero into anything is zero, Nama. Common sense. Correct. So only one constraint, 1 degree of freedom is constrained after making J5 joints, and 5 degrees of freedom are left. 5 degrees of freedom are left after making this joint. Fine. So this is what we have to apply in 3 dimensions. Fine. So I've drawn a 3D logo. I hope you're enjoying this. Fine. Let me make this shading and all as well. Okay. So this is how it happens. So this equation is called Kurzbach equation. This equation is called the Kurzbach equation. Now Grubler's criteria is in a way it is derived from this. Fine. Grubler's criteria is derived from this. Fine. So what we do here is we put mobility equal to 1. So when we put mobility equal to 1, what do we get? We get 1 equals 3 times L minus 1 minus 2j. Correct. this half joint we will usually neglect in this case. Fine, half joint we will usually neglect in the Grubler's criteria. So now what do we get? If we expand this, we get 1 equals 3L minus 3 minus 2J. And if you shift this 3 to the other side, what do we get? We get 4. And 2J also, if we shift to the other side, we just get, okay, let's do it this way. So 3L equals minus 2J to the other side becomes plus 2J, minus 3 to the other side becomes plus 3, 3 plus 1 becomes 4. Fine. So this equation, we refer to it as the Grubler's criteria. Okay. So you can see here that Grubler's criteria, in a way, it is derived from the Kurzbach criteria, but Grubler was the first person to give his criteria, and later on Kurzbach generalized it. Fine. Okay, are you getting it?
Yes.
So Grubler was the first person to give relation between the number of joints and the number of links, but his application was limited to mechanisms. His application was limited to mechanisms. Then later on, Grubler, he did this derivation and he was able to find a generalized equation which can help us to find the degree of freedom for any mechanism, for a mechanism, linkage, structure, superstructure, anything. For anything, we can find the degree of freedom here. Okay, so is this clear?
Yes.
Okay, any doubts here?
No, sir.
Okay, so do you find any improvement in the way I'm using these tools? The Blackboard is different now. Previously, I was using the Paint, MS Paint. Now I'm using something called SketchUp. SketchUp, right? Yeah, Autodesk Sketchbook. So this is a software freely provided by Autodesk, the same company which created AutoCAD. Okay, so Grashoff's law, we will keep it pending for some time. Okay, let's directly jump into the next topic called inversions. Fine, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay. So for showing these inversions, I'll have to start Onshape. So can anyone explain what is an inversion? Anyone?
Reversing.
Yes. What is an inversion?
Reversing.
Reversing. No, it's not reversing. Recently, a movie came out, na Tenet. Time reversal has been shown very neatly in that. So it's not like inverted. Fine. Inversion here means different. It has a different meaning compared to inversion. Okay. So let me explain to you. Okay, let us start with the first example, that is a 4-bar mechanism. So what is a 4-bar mechanism? A 4-bar mechanism has 4 bars. A bar is a link, right? A bar is a link. So we have a total of 1, 2, 3, and 4 bars, right? So all these are bars and they are joined together using what kind of joints? What kind of joints are there here?
Revolute.
Revolute joints. Very good. Revolute joints. So is this revolute joint binary joint or half joint? Is it binary or half?
Binaries.
Binary. Okay, it's not a half joint. Half joint means it will be having a point contact. Fine. It will be just having a point contact. So this is a half joint. So this one is definitely a binary joint. Fine. So we take up this mechanism. So if we are not fixing any of the links, then it is called as a chain. If we are not fixing any of the links, all the links are free to move, but they're connected to each other, but none of them are constrained to a single plane. Fine. So in that case, it is called as a chain. Now, if this chain is able to transmit definite motion, then it becomes kinematic chain. If it is able to transmit definite motion, then it becomes a kinematic chain. Okay, and when one of the links is fixed, when one link is fixed, if we take a kinematic chain and fix one of the links, then what do we get?
Mechanism.
Yeah, we get a mechanism. Okay, we get a mechanism. And if we take a chain, if we take any chain and fix one of the linkages, then what do we get? Link fixed. So when we take a chain and fix one of the linkages, this is where we will get a linkage. This is where we will get a linkage. Fine. So we have already discussed in detail what is a mechanism, whether all the mechanisms are linkages, whether all linkages are mechanisms, whether all kinematic chains are mechanisms, whether all mechanisms are kinematic chains, and all these things. So our inversion will come into play over here. This is where inversion will come into play. Fine. But as I told, this is not exactly inverted. Inverted, it's not like inverted. Fine. It's slightly different from the inverted one. Fine. So let us see how that happens. The CAD file is already open. Let me take this and let me show you. So ready. So here you can see that the green link has been fixed. Okay. So if the green link is not fixed, let me unfix this. And now you can see all the links here. They are none of them are fixed. Okay, are they off? Let me zoom it a little. Is it clearly visible to everyone? So you can see on the left side, all the links, they're free. Fine. So when they're all free, the kind of motion is like this. It's just a chain which can move freely wherever it wants. Fine. So even though definite transmission of motion is possible with this, but even though definite motion is possible, but because none of the links are fixed, we will not be able to transmit the motion successfully. So if we want to do that, what we have to do is we have to fix one of the links. So let me choose this green link and fix it. Now you can see that the green link has been fixed. Now let us see how the motion occurs, shall we? So I'm taking the red link,
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to move it. So you can see the red link is rotating for what angle? Red link is rotating for what angle? Complete,
360.
yes, complete 360 degrees it is able to move. So such links which are able to move complete 360 degrees, they are called, what are they called?
Inversion.
Yes, the links which rotate complete 360 degrees, what are they
Crank.
called?
Crank.
Crank. Very good. Crank. They are called cranks. Okay. So let me take this here. Okay. Take a different color. Red one is better. So this now becomes a crank. Why is it crank? Why is it crank? Why is it crank, ma? Because it is able to rotate for complete 360 degrees. Because it's able to rotate, it's able to rotate for complete 360 degrees. Hence, it is crank. What happened with this? Of this. Okay. Okay. So because this red link can rotate complete 360, it is called as a crank. What about this blue link? What about the blue link? For what angle can blue link rotate? It can rotate for a limited angle, right? It can rotate only for a limited angle. Rotate only for a limited angle. There is no arc here. Okay, let me just try. So only for this much angle it can rotate. Okay. So this here, what is this called? This is called as rocker. This is called rocker. Is it clearly visible to everyone?
No, sir, it's not visible. What you are writing?
Okay, let me use another color and also just Slightly bigger. Wow. Okay, so this one here is called as a rocker. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this blue link is called as a rocker, and the link which rotates complete 360 degrees, that's called a crank. So now this is what happens when the green link is fixed. When the green link is fixed. Okay, but there are a total of 4 links, right? There are a total of 4 links. So it's up to us which link we want to keep fixed, correct? We can keep any link fixed. So now let me unfix the green link. Now you can see all the links are free again. And now I will fix another link. Let me fix, let us say, the pink link. Okay, I'll fix the pink link. Now instead of the green link being fixed, the pink one is fixed. Now let us see what kind of motion is possible. I'll again take the red link, move it. So how is it moving? How is it moving now?
Same.
Just like as it was moving before.
Complete 360 degrees again.
Yes, sir.
Again. So once again, it is rotating complete 360 degrees. And the blue link is once again maintaining a rocking mechanism. Correct? So these are the 2 inversions. So instead of fixing one link, if I am fixing another link, that's what gives me an inversion. Fine. So this mechanism with the pink link fixed, is called an inversion of the previous mechanism where green link was fixed. Okay, but both the inversions will have the same links. Keep that in mind. Both the inversions will have same dimensions of the links, but instead of fixing one link, we'll be fixing another link. That is what gives us a different inversion. Now once again, instead of fixing the pink link, let me now fix the red link. Now red link is fixed. Which link is fixed now? Red link. So now because red link is fixed, I cannot move it. So let me move another link. What will happen if I move this? So what's happening here? What's happening here? Come on, tell me what's happening here.
So the screen is getting stuck. It's lagging. Sir.
Lagging. Okay. Is it clear now? Still slower. Is it visible now?
It's still lagging, sir.
Still lagging. Wow. There is a lot of lag. Okay, is there a setting that can allow me to do this? Let me check. Okay. There is no setting for reducing. No, video quality cannot be reduced. So, okay, anyway, because the class is getting recorded, you can check it out later, okay? And even this file I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share this file with you, so you can check it out. Okay, yeah. So I'm playing this. So as soon as I'm playing this, the linkage is rotating slowly. No one is able to see this rotating linkage? Or
Yes,
some
we
people
can
are able to see?
We can see.
Yeah, we can see. So this is how it is rotating. So how many links are rotating complete 360 degrees?
Pink and green.
Pink and green. So 2 links are rotating complete 360 degrees. And hence, both these links are called as cranks. So both these links will be called as cranks. Are you getting it? So both these links will be called as cranks. So this inversion is called a double crank mechanism. Okay, when the red link is fixed, the inversion which we get, it is called as double crank mechanism. Okay, So just to revise, what is the first inversion we got? We got a crank rocker. Correct. First inversion we got was crank rocker. The second inversion we got was also crank rocker. The third inversion, when we fixed the red link, so here green link was fixed. Green link was fixed. Here pink link was fixed. Pink link was fixed. And in the third one, which one was fixed? Red link was fixed. So when the red link is fixed, we get two cranks. So we can call it as double crank. We can call it as double crank. And lastly, the fourth one, which link is to be fixed? Which link we have to fix? So we have to fix the blue link. We have to fix the blue link. Okay. So let us see what happens if we fix the blue link. Ready? So let me unfix the red link. Now all of them are free. Once again, you can see it's behaving like this. Okay. Now let me fix the blue link. So blue link, I will fix it. So now the blue link is fixed. I'm not able to move the blue link. Now what kind of motion will be possible? Let us see that. So what's happening here? So can the pink link rotate complete 360 degrees? Can the pink link rotate complete?
Yes, sir.
Yes, no?
No, sir. Cannot.
So there is a limit to how much it can rotate. So let us see in animation once again. Loop. Okay. So can you see the motion? It's not moving very smoothly, but I hope you can imagine how it is moving, right? So the blue, the pink and green link, they are unable to rotate complete 360 degrees. The pink and green link are unable to rotate complete 360 degrees. So what can we call them? What do we call them?
Double rocks.
Double
Double rocker.
Very good. Double rocker. So just like double crank, now we have a double rocker. Double rocker. Okay. So these are the four inversions. So what are these? These are the four inversions. Okay. So how many inversions we got here? How many inversions we got? We got four inversions, right? Four inversions. And how many links did it have? It had four links. Okay. So if you are given any mechanism and if you are asked to find out how many inversions can be created from that, we can say the number of inversions will be equal to the number of links. If we have four links, we will have four inversions. If we have three links, we will have three inversions and so on. Okay. So is this clear? Any doubts here?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? If anyone's having any doubt, they can ask. I'm ready to explain it again. Is it clear? So this should be
Yes,
clear
sir.
to you
Yes,
now, because next we will be checking up some special cases. Some special cases. Okay. So what are the special cases of a 4-bar mechanism? Okay. So ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So let us say first, let us go to the parallel linkage. Actually, this was supposed to be a parallel linkage. I modified it. So I'll have to go back and edit this. Okay. So, all right. Oh, yes. So this mechanism that you are seeing here, this is a special case wherein opposite lengths are equal. So what is happening here? opposite links are equal. So when we get opposite links are equal, this mechanism is called as parallel crank mechanism. Parallel crank mechanism. Is this clear? Parallel crank mechanism. Okay. So when the opposite links are equal in length, then the mechanism that we get is called as the parallel crank mechanism. Now in this special case, what are the inversions? What are the kinds of inversions we get? What are the kinds of inversions we get? In this case, you can see which link is fixed. Which link is fixed now? The blue link is fixed, right? So when the blue link is fixed, you can see both pink and green link. Both of them are performing complete 360 degrees. So this is a double crank mechanism, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
It's a double crank mechanism. Now let us see what other mechanism we get. Okay, so now instead of fixing the blue link, I will unfix the blue link and let me fix the green link this time. The green link, I will fix it. And once again, let us see the animation. Let us put it in blue. Okay, ready. So now, what kind of motion is happening again? The red link and blue link, they are rotating complete 360 degrees. And once again, we are getting a double crank mechanism, correct? Once again, we are getting a double crank mechanism, isn't it? Yes, are you getting my voice?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So once again, it's a double crank mechanism. So in this special case, what is the specialty about this? All inversions are double crank mechanisms. Double crank mechanisms. All inversions are double crank mechanisms, isn't it? And one more thing we can get from this. We can get one more thing from this. Let me show you. One more surprise is there with this mechanism. Fine. So let us see this. Okay. So now in this case, you can see the green link is fixed. And let us now see how it animates. Ready? So will it move in this case? Will it move? Okay, so nobody is able to answer. Let us see how it moves. Let us see how it moves. Okay, ready? I'm playing this thing. So how is it moving?
Both are moving in opposite direction.
Once again, both are rotating, but the blue link is rotating
Clockwise
clockwise.
and red is anti-clockwise.
Red is anti-clockwise. So they are rotating opposite to each other. They are rotating opposite to each other. So that's what we are getting. So this mechanism, what is it called? What is this called? Reverse crank. Reverse crank mechanism. What do we call? We call this reverse crank. Reverse crank mechanism. Okay. So reverse crank mechanism, it's a, you can say it's a replacement for what? Gears. It can replace the gears, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
gears.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this will work effectively as a replacement for the gears. Okay. So this is called as the parallel. This is what happens with the parallel crank chain. This is what happens with the parallel crank chain. For a parallel crank chain, all the inversions are all the inversions are double crank mechanisms, and reverse crank mechanism is also possible with it, with the same. Okay, now let us see another special case. So this special case is called a deltoid linkage. What is it called? It's called a
Deltoid linkage.
linkage. So by looking at it, can you tell what is special about this? What is special about this?
Triangular in shape, sir.
Triangular in shape. Now this red link is different, no?
Yes, sir.
So it's not a triangle. There are 4 links, of course. But what is special about the 4 links?
Crank rocker.
Hmm?
The adjacent links are equal, sir.
Yes. Adjacent links are equal. Okay. Adjacent links are equal. Okay. So here in the other one, what was there? The opposite lengths were equal. In the parallel crank, opposite lengths were equal, whereas here adjacent lengths are equal. Fine. So what is this called? It is called a deltoid mechanism. Deltoid mechanism. Okay. Actually, a deltoid chain when none of the links are fixed. When one of the links are fixed, it is called a deltoid mechanism. Okay. So let us see how motion happens in this case. Ready? So this is going to actually surprise you. Watch it carefully. So let me run it more slowly and for 2 rotations. Ready? I'm pressing the play button.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you it's going to surprise you. Here it goes. So watch and tell me what is special about this. How many links are rotating complete 360 degrees?
360.
Yes,
2 links.
2 links are rotating complete 360 degrees. But what is special about this?
And the pink one also rotating, sir.
Pink one, no. Technically, it's not rotating. It's even though moving around, but it's not rotating. That's not called a crank, because for it to be crank, the center point about which it rotates has to be fixed. The center point about which it rotates has to be fixed. That is not the case with pink link. I'm sorry, pink link is not rotating. The special thing here is when the blue link completes 1 rotation, this is a hint I'm trying to give. When the blue link completes 1 rotation, the red link is completing 2 rotations.
Rotations.
Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
So by the time blue link completes 1 rotation, red link is able to complete 2 rotations. Unique, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Very,
sir.
very unique. Fine. So
Sir,
this
is
is
the opposite possible? If we rotate blue link by 1 rotation,
yeah, we will do that in a minute. We'll do that in a minute. Okay. So now green link is fixed. This is what we are getting. So when we are fixing red link, we will again get the similar result. Fine. If we are fixing red link, we will again get the similar result. Now let us see what happens if one of the longer links are fixed. Ready? Let us now fix one of the longer links and see what happens there. Okay, ready? So okay, this. Let me take it. Okay, so this is dangerous. Okay, let me keep it in this position. I will unfix the green link first, and now I will fix the blue link. Okay. Now the blue link is fixed. Blue link is fixed. Okay. Now let me rotate this. Let me like this. Once again, I will make it for 2 rotations, a bit slower so that you can see that clearly. Ready? Shall I play it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So watch carefully what happens. Yeah. So what is special about this?
The pink link is making oscillations.
Pink link is
Making oscillations.
I'm getting some disturbance from your side. I'm unable to get your voice clear. So try putting it in the chat.
Oscillations.
Oscillation. So in the previous case also we got oscillations. The oscillating links were called rockers. So the pink link is working as a rocker. But what is special about this rocker?
It
compared
is
to the previous?
it is rotating half a rotation.
Half a rotation.
Yes, sir.
No.
If green rotates 360 degrees,
No,
pink
it's not half. Half means 180 degrees, right?
yeah, 1/4, sir, 90 degrees.
90 degrees. No. If I change the link length slightly, then it will not be 90 degrees. It depends on the link length correctly. So it may not be 90 degrees. The special thing here is, shall I tell?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the special thing here is that the pink link is oscillating both the sides. Pink link is oscillating both the sides. But in the previous case, the rocker was used to oscillate on the same side of the fixed link. The rocker did not cross the fixed link. Okay? The rocker never crossed the fixed link. But in this case, the rocker is crossing the fixed link and it is oscillating on both sides of the fixed link. That's what makes this once again a very special case. Okay. Once again, that's what makes it a very, very special case. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So a total of 4 inversions are possible in this case as well. And out of those, 2 of them are in pairs. Fine. So whether we fix green link or red, we will get similar inverse, similar mechanisms. And whether we fix blue link or the pink, we will again get similar mechanisms. Fine. So the special thing about this is when the smaller link is fixed, the smaller crank will complete 2 rotations, while the longer crank will complete only 1 rotation. Whereas when we fix the longer link, the smaller link will work like a crank and the rocker will oscillate on both the sides of the fixed link. Okay. Rocker will oscillate on both the sides of the fixed link. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is what your textbooks speak about. This is what your textbooks speak about. Now, apart from these, there is one more type. There is one more type. Right. So can you tell me what is special about this? This is not there in the textbook, but while playing around with this, I was able to find this. So can you tell me what is special about this? You should be very good at observing to be able to tell the difference. What is special about this?
So it is rotating only one side
One side.
of the green link.
Okay, let us see. Let us see. Let me show you 17. Okay. Nope. Okay. Only one side.
Both the
So
sides.
length of the links are different, sir.
Hmm. Length of the links are different, of course. But what is special about this? What is special about this? Here the
The
special
blue link
thing-
is oscillating both the sides.
Yeah, it's oscillating on both the sides. Yes, that's with the motion. But why is that happening? What is special about the dimensions of the links? Shall I tell? So the length of green link plus the length of red link, length of green link plus length of red link is equal to the length of pink link plus length of blue link. Are you getting it? Red plus
Yes.
blue, red plus blue is equal to pink plus blue. Sorry, red plus green plus green is equal to pink plus blue. That is when we will get this kind of mechanism. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So I hope the 4-bar inversions are all clear. And next class, before beginning, I would like you to find out all the applications of this. Okay. So you're free to search on internet. You're free to look around you. Fine. So wherever all these 4-bar mechanisms are applied, I want you to find out. And before starting the next class, 5 to 6 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, we will spend discussing the applications of all these inversions. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
So have all of you
Okay, sir.
created this Onshape account? Have all of you created the
No,
Onshape
sir.
account? Because this branching and all the special cases, you will not be able to access without having the account. Okay. So by next class, today is Saturday anyway, you have a Sunday in between. So before Monday, just go to onshape.com website and get yourself registered. Okay. You can register with your Gmail ID. No, nothing wrong with that. And in fact, I will suggest you to register with Gmail ID. Don't use the Teams ID. Amma?
Registered, sir, already.
Okay, so few of you have registered, but majority of you might not have. Okay, so all of you please get registered, and later I will share a Google Forms to you, and you can fill that Google form. In that, you can share me the mail ID which you have registered, and those mail IDs I will add in the shared list. Those mail IDs I will add in the shared list. Fine. So once I add it to the shared list, you will be easily able to access this mechanism. Okay. Any doubt?
Okay, sir. No, sir.
Okay, sir.
No,
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
no doubts. Okay. So we still have around 10 minutes. How many students are attending? There you go.
36 students, sir.
Yeah, 35. 36th is me. I am the 36th person.
Okay, sir.
So in fact, yeah, the strength is better compared to the previous class, but we have to still improve. We have a long way to go, and hope next class onwards, many more students will be joining and attending regularly. Fine, because we don't know what will be asked in the exams, because due to pandemics, the classes are not going on regularly. Fine, so just
Sir, what about our third semester?
Hama.
What about our third semester exams?
Third semester exams, they will inform you in the group. You are there anyway in the official group. So as soon as they get any official information from the university, um, are you getting a disturbance? Okay. So as soon as they get to hear from the university, the same will be informed to you in the official groups. Anything else?
Holidays, summer holidays.
Hama?
Yes.
Your voice is breaking.
He's asking about holidays.
Holidays. I don't know about that as well. Again, you will be informed in the official group anyway. Okay. You'll be informed about that in the official groups. And I think since the beginning, some other people have joined. So let me again remind you that we have created a program with which we will be able to find out for how much time each student is present in the class. Okay. Even if the student joins and leaves multiple times, the time for which the overall time for which the student is present in the class, we can now find out very easily. And this information will be used if you are consistently being irregular to the class for more than 3 times, for more than 3 periods. Your mentors will get in touch with the parents. So if you have any friends who are not serious about the classes, I suggest you please inform them and encourage them to start attending the classes more seriously. If they have genuine problem like with the pandemics and all, uh, we can consider the cause, but still they will have to at least apply a leave letter officially to the HOD. Okay, and only then maybe their case will be considered. Apart from that, if you are not being regular, if you are not attending, or if you are just attending, if you are showing your face in the class and just moving out, then you will not only be marked absent, but of course you can expect a call from the mentor to your parents. Okay. So any doubts for this particular class or the previous class? If you have any doubts, I'm here to clear it. So link sharing is also possible, but just with the link, even though you will be able to open and see the mechanism, you will not be able to see the special cases. Okay. So I'm sharing this link. Where did it go? Yes. I'm sharing this link here to your group. Okay. So this link, if you are using a laptop or a system, you can directly open in the browser. Let me show you. I'll just open it in incognito mode because incognito mode will not consider me signed in. So it's opening. Give it some time. So you can see I'm not signed into this program, and this is how you will be able to see. So even though you will be able to create the animation, but you will not have access to the multiple special cases. Fine. You will not have access to the multiple special cases. So if you want access to the multiple special cases, you should have the ID created, your ownership ID you should have, and that mail ID you should share with me. So once I get all the mail IDs, I will invite you individually. I will invite each and every member to this file, and any member can at any time not only access all the inversions, but also they will be able to edit the dimensions and see how it affects the mechanism. Okay. So if you don't have any more
Okay.
doubts, so we can stop this class. What is the next class?
Manufacturing.
Manufacturing process. Okay. So let me first stop the screen share, stop the recording.